closures and to work with universities towards a tuition freeze. And state representatives are searching for new ways to increase Michigan jobs. Today, House Republicans revealed their plan to get the state government out of the way of businesses. The main goals of the GOP plan include curbing tax credits and eliminating personal property taxes. The report does not indicate how House Republicans plan to make up for the revenue lost by tax cuts. Republicans will issue their budget proposal following Governor Granholm's announcement of her budget plan for the 2010-2011 year.
And Michigan's educational system is working to improve the performance of students. Michigan schools are trying to boost attendance by using different discipline measures that have been enforced in other states. The Detroit district data says that on average, 10% of students miss 100 days of school each year. Keith Johnson, president of the Detroit Federation of Teachers, says he favors the attendance policy enforced in New York, where students are required to attend 90% of the year in order to graduate.
That's all for your state news. Now we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. More Newsfeed is next.
Thanks for staying with us. Now we turn to Jade Hansen with a Wolf exclusive about a very contagious disease that's taking over one of our campus dorms.
Hall, which is home to hundreds of freshmen this year. This hall, like many others, offers students a place to study, eat, and sleep. The residents of this hall, however, found out last week that one more thing is commonly shared by its residents. A few students last Sunday claimed to be experiencing symptoms of the stomach flu. What seemed to only be an outbreak among a few students was 24 hours later a more serious threat as more people were complaining of the symptoms. Talking with AJ Stonecipher, one of the two students hospitalized for the illness. Now AJ, what made you decide to go to the hospital?
Well, I was very dehydrated and I couldn't keep any of the liquids I was drinking down, so I figured that the hospital would give me whatever I needed to rehydrate myself.
And what did the hospital diagnose you with?
They basically said it was just the stomach flu, but later I got an email from the people at Markley saying that it was actually norovirus.
Markley residents received a series of emails last week alerting them of the outbreak. The original email claimed that an outbreak of the stomach flu was occurring in a portion of the building and advised students to take the necessary health precautions. Last week, however, another mass email was sent claiming that tests discovered the illness was actually norovirus.
I had nausea, I was vomiting, and I had chills, and it was a bad fever also. And I basically couldn't eat or drink or hold anything down the entire day.
Most people also returned back to normal activity after 1 to 2 days.
Just one day of class, and I was back to class after about a day.
I missed 3 days of classes, but I was back on my feet by the 4th day, going back to all my regularly scheduled classes, so about 3 days.
While one of the most common ways norovirus is spread among people is by eating contaminated food, university health officials have ruled out food contamination as the source of the outbreak of norovirus. In order to prevent the rapid spread of the norovirus on our campus, students should frequently wash their hands, wash their fruits and vegetables before eating, disinfect surfaces used for cooking prior to use, and finally, wash all clothing and linens that may be contaminated with the virus. Health officials are advising students who show symptoms of the stomach flu or norovirus to remain as isolated as possible. UHS and the Markley directors seem to have the situation under control, but if you live in Markley, you may want to pick one of these up just in case. I'm Jade Hansen reporting for Wolf TV. Now back to Mia and Emily.
Thank you so much for that, Jade. And now we have Hadas Brown to give us some news on Hollywood. What can you tell us?
Thanks, guys. This is a time of change for Fox's hit reality show American Idol. Ellen DeGeneres joined the cast of Idol on its premiere Tuesday night, replacing Paula Abdul. She has already exceeded the expectations of most. In a poll on PopEater.com, 74% of over 2,500 viewers thought she was great, and the New York Times claims that this marks the beginning of the Ellen era on Idol. Meanwhile, Simon Cowell plans to leave the show at the end of the season. No replacement has been confirmed, but rumors include Jamie Foxx and Howard Stern, among others, as possibilities. And the location for Season 2 of MTV's Jersey Shore has been confirmed. This summer, the group will make their mark on South Beach, Florida. The season will consist of 12 episodes, and each member of the cast will earn $10,000 per episode. Finally, Angelina Jolie flew to Haiti this weekend, where she will spend 2 days attending goodwill meetings as ambassador for the UN Refugee Agency. According to Pop Eater, when Jolie visited a camp for orphans outside the capital, she was met by Haitian children excitedly screaming her name. Jolie and her husband Brad Pitt have done a great deal to help with the crisis, including a donation of $1 million to the charity Doctors Without Borders. If you guys stick with us, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Thank you. Valentine's Day is this weekend, and Lauracindy Plague is looking out for those of us who might not be planning to celebrate. Lauracindy?
Thanks, guys. With Valentine's Day approaching, many of you may be worried about being single this year. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself, though, here are some things you can do to have a good Singles Awareness Day. Anti-Valentine's Day parties were so last year. If you're planning a party this year, make it a not-for-me party. Have all of your friends bring someone who's great, but not for them. This is a casual way to meet great singles. Or, if throwing a party isn't your thing, have a girls' or guys' night out. Hang out with all of your single friends and go to dinner, watch some comedies or slasher movies, but nothing to do with romance. If it's a love story, baby, just say no. Sorry, Taylor. Or just take yourself out for a night on the town. There's no relationship more important than the one you have with yourself, because you're really the only person you have to spend the rest of your life with. Whatever you do, don't have a pity party with yourself. Watching bad romantic comedies, candlelight while sobbing and listening to Enya? No, bad. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Lauracindy. And remember, if you see anything unusual or interesting happening around campus this week, send us your pictures or your story ideas. We'd love to see it, and it might end up here live next week. You can send it to wolv.news@umich.edu.
Well, it is going to be cold for the rest of the foreseeable future.
Why did you do that to us, Devon?
Hey, you know, I did my weather dance to bring back spring, but I was undone by the groundhog.
I think that honestly his little dance really brings more snow.
I do like the snow, but I mean, who doesn't like snow, Emily?
So, what are your predictions, Devon, for this season? Do you think that we're going to have another big accumulation, or do you think after this it's over?
Well, we're looking good up until spring break, but it is going to be below average, I think, for most of that time as well. So, colder temperatures, but less snow.
That would be great. So, if you had right here, we'll make a date. What do you think the last snowfall in Ann Arbor is going to be?
Well, as you heard, the record is May 9th, but it's going to be much earlier than that. I say about April 2nd.
Okay, my birthday is March 30th, so you should have said the 29th. That was a test. That was a test, Devon.
And you didn't do too well.
Darn it.
I'm gonna guess just for myself the 25th of February.
The 25th of February?
I'm really optimistic about the snow and lack of it because I just really don't like it. So maybe I should move out of Michigan.
Well, spring break is coming up, so I think I can withstand some more snow as long as I get that 1 week away.
That's true.
Yeah, and spring break weather, it's still a little too far out to forecast, but, you know, give me a couple of weeks and I'll be bringing you guys your spring break forecast.
That sounds excellent. Thank you all for joining us. Our show is over. I'm Emily Zimmerman.
I'm Devon Vaughn.
And I'm Mollicone.
Remember, wherever you go, go blue.